how's everybody doing? I wanted to take a little example like this. Just your, I get, a lot of people say, like, it's boring. I don't, it's just the same, 1 6 2 5, or the blues is boring, or it's just 1 4 5. What can you do? It's just 3 chords, all of this kind of stuff. And to me, that's where I live. I like it to be more simple. I like the framework, the outline of the song to be simple so I can do my thing on it. It's like my whole thing is about making something out of not much. That's the way it is. I mean, that's sort of like the blues in general. It's like you take these really simple forms and these really simple things and you make, music to last a lifetime, that's like influenced many different areas of American music with blues. So I like to kind of take the same approach when it comes to my guitar playing. So I just wanted to take this, simple chord progression. Very simple, very simple. And really, to me, it's about melody. Again, I just talked about this. It's just about the melody. And say you have a producer that wants you to just play little hooks, just little, something to embellish upon the chords, or a little melodic hook or something like that. I might play some little double stops, in the R&B style, because if somebody called me to play them, it's going to be probably in the rhythm and blues, soul blues style. So, me personally, I would play, a combination of something like that. I'm thinking more sort of like a singer would think, as opposed to a guitar player. Because a little trick that I figured out a long time ago, because in church and gospel music, a lot of times you don't have time to learn the songs. You might not know the song exactly or know the chord changes. But you can usually, a lot of times in gospel music, it's voice leading. Meaning, like, a lot of times the singer or the organ player will kind of imply what's coming next in a way. So this is a way to kind of get you through some hairy situations. I know it's helped me a lot. By, if the singer is phrasing or they're singing over these chord changes a certain way, they can only sing one note at a time, and usually it's simple unless it's somebody like Esperanza Spalding or somebody that can sing, and do all these different things, or Ella Fitzgerald or Sarah Vaughan or somebody like that. Usually it's pretty simple is what I'm getting at. So, therefore you can follow that. You can follow that and you can figure out with the vocal melody. And a lot of times, the difference, the people that you're playing with, it'll sound really cool. And a lot of older types of soul and different kinds of music, blues and funk and all that, it'll sound really cool if you kind of outline the melody of the song, whatever that is. So you might have a few different chords and stuff like that, but you can still kind of find the common tones, like, in a major, you can play like major, like, and then you got the 5 right there. Or just straight up, the 1, the 5. You know, you can pretty much play like, you know, you know, a lot of people, they go too far into it. It's like, you get some chords, so like, okay, so that's a B major 7 or whatever like that. So I got to outline that, and everything like that. Well, hey, before you do that, let's try and get a melody going here. Let's play some simple stuff and make it mean something, because I think that, this technique goes from the Beatles to Joni Mitchell to Jimi Hendrix to everybody. Let's find the melody, And some of those people I just mentioned have some of the most iconic songs of all time. So we want to follow in their footsteps, right? It'll be way more effective if you follow in their footsteps than it will be if you're just, kind of stumbling through changes and barely not making it just because you want to try and outline and play each chord, I think, at least, and this doesn't mean that you shouldn't study to play over changes and stuff like that. There are some amazing players. Some of my friends can blow through changes like nobody's business. But this is a whole other thing unto itself. This is a whole other, like if you need to still, like when you think about some of the saxophone players like Lester Young and Gene Ammons and even like Fathead Newman and the saxophone player with Ray Charles, they seriously had something going on when it came to just playing the melody to tunes and just outlining the chords in a really melodic way and really a soulful way, and sometimes using less notes and just playing one note in the chord or something like that, just little stuff like that. I'm no expert on it, but, to me, it's about communication. And if you're going to play for a listener and if somebody's going to listen at your music, I think that they want to try and connect to it. And a lot of people just, the less you play and the more meaningful you think. I could think of a million players that do this. People are going to connect with it more, especially when coming from like my position as a blues guitar player kind of thing, So I just want to use that example, just playing something really simple, not with like any, real crazy chords or anything like that, taking it down as simple as possible. That's pretty simple. That's like doo-wop, just really simple. And then you can add and embellish from there, Let's see if we can all make a musical statement by using these very simple things and just playing common tones, and come up with like a little melody. And I'm talking like play or and that's just about phrasing and inflection in the way you approach it. And if you think more like a vocalist, and how their inflections are and how their vibrato is and different things like that, it's one of my secrets I've used for over 30 years of playing guitar, So it's really not that complicated to make a meaningful statement. You just have to think that way and not think so guitar and think more making music, stuff like that. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to talk to you about that a little bit. Try and take, the most simplest thing and make it catchy, make it feel good. Make your wife or make your husband or whatever, or make your children or make your friends go, wow, that's really cool, because that's the kind of person that's going to be probably buying your product or listening to you play or something like that, you know. So that's all for today. Hope you're having a relatively okay day, and I'm hanging in there, and that's about it. I'll put a little, extra stuff in there too. All right, take care.